ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये अनसीन डिक्टेशन नंबर है 86। वेबसाइट पे भी इसको लगा दिया गया है और उसके बाद आप इसको टाइप भी कर सकते हैं। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, आई थिंक द बिल इज consequential one since the entire coal mines have been taken over by the government. Naturally, the board and others who used to look after the mines during the regime of the private sector has to be changed. It is more or less technical. The only point is that there has been a little bit more of charges keeping in view the conditions, the price rise and other things. Otherwise, the bill should be accepted by the House as it stands, repealing the previous one. Sir, I support the efforts and endeavors made by the Honorable Minister, a suitable person to look after the public sector institutions because of his conviction. Sir, in a capitalist social order as we are in now with the joint sector, this sector and that sector, however much we have been putting things in a nice way, the fact remains that the instruments that we are having who bear the real brunt, they do not believe in the philosophy behind the public sector. That is the problem, that is the incongruity, that is the contradiction in our society. That is the peculiar type of pattern of the social system that is evolving now. We find it in a very naked form in this sector. The bill has gone for the best as it can for conversation. Why did we conserve the best to utilize it in the possible way and develop the minds so that we can make use of it in the best interests of the nations? Even when we took over, we were not faced with the conditions as we are faced with today in regard to the coal mines. Naturally, after 2 years of taking over, we should make a review, an assessment, and go forward accordingly. The bill is well timed and the bill has taken care of most of the things. But still, I will point out certain things which, if the Honorable Minister kindly pays attention to them, may improve the position. Producers are in a sole way or in a monopoly way in an advantageous position for distribution. As you know, we tried with venture, with courage to take over wheat or rice. We failed because of many reasons. One of the main reasons is on the question of production we had little control. But here is a case when we are producers ourselves. We can take over the distribution of iron. If that one, even now the problem of price rise for coal will be checked. Secondly, proper distribution according to the needs of the core sector and to the public as a whole will have a proper look, a better look than what it is today, and only then can we possibly prove before the people that nationalization is good, that public sector administration will be beneficial to the country, and it can also be viable. Therefore, I suggest that the Coal Mines Authority should themselves set up a distribution agency. Thirdly, apart from the captive mines, distribution agencies should be started by the coal mines authority at various places, big places. Different state governments can be brought into the picture in the distribution system, and they can also be made responsible in the state sector. The Coal Mines Authority should arrange this system in consultation with the state governments concerned. The state governments will take charge of all or some collieries and move the material required to the respective places. They can do it through the state machinery. There are three things to be done: developing, conserving, and distribution. I take all the three together. Sir, the minister has not done anything on the question of distribution so far as the bill is concerned. People are becoming anti-public sector. The middlemen are taking the best cream. With the result, the people in the country are getting fed up and frustrated. Whenever we talk of public sector and takeover, they are against it, and resentment is coming from the very people who asked you to take over. It is these people who gave you courage to take over. That was an illusion, and they are disillusioned because they do not want to pay double or triple. Therefore, I again emphasize that the bill is incomplete because it does not take care of distribution. By takeover, you have only liberated the slaves. Now you have to look after those slaves. You have not liberated the coal miners who are best paid in the world. Go to any country in the worst paid, now of course a little better than what it was, but if you take into account their real wage, it stands at 1960 price. I do not look at labor as DT. Working class is the sector to lead the nation and to change the social order. It is a great instrument. It is the biggest instrument for changing the social order. Now, sir, I come to the question of distribution. This is incomplete in the sense that distribution has not been taken care of. If you can't take care over the distribution side, and if you do not bring forward another bill, this will be an incomplete thing. It is not the small farmers, for the middle farmers, or the big peasants who are producing this, but it is you who are producing this, and so distribution also should be taken care of by you. Therefore, another bill along with this should come, and if it does not come now, it should come immediately after this. Then, sir, I come to another question, which is a painful question, and it is the question of corruption. I do not say that there is no corruption in the private sector. वेबसाइट पे इसको लगा दिया गया है। इस क्लास में इतना ही। नमस्कार।